Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Today, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, posted on Twitter in all caps, quote, "I had some major announcements the last couple of weeks, too." List of accomplishments includes inflation easing, signing the Respect for Marriage Act, bringing WNBA star Brittany Griner home from a Russian prison. Notable accomplishments, to be sure. It's been a good week. But Biden was obviously trolling the ex-president and the only currently declared rival for his current job, Donald Trump. Because yesterday, the one-term, twice-impeached former guy teased on his off-brand social media site, quote, a major announcement.
America needs a superhero.
That is obviously ridiculous, but Donald Trump does maintain a diminishing but yet still weirdly potent power to attract and hold attention. If he was a superhero, he could be major announcement man, which is why many people fairly assume this major announcement must have something to do with the presidential campaign that he announced majorly last month. So the right-wing airwaves were buzzing.
What could that be? President Donald J. Trump releasing that kind of cryptic, like Avengers-style video on his Truth Social page earlier today. I have no clue. We've reached out. Mum's the words from Camp Trump.
This is a big, big deal. President Trump has announced that he will be making an announcement. Folks, he even had lasers coming out of his eyes. He has laser beams, golden laser beams. He's wearing a superhero costume. This is going to be huge. There could be an announcement that he will be running for Speaker of the House. Holy crap.
Now, the ex-president could certainly use an injection of energy into his lackluster campaign that he seemed to launch and then promptly forgot about. According to former Trump campaign staffers, there's no campaign plan. No one wants to join the staff. One former official says, quote, they don't want to touch this reincarnation of the campaign with a 10-foot pole. A former advisor called it an unmitigated disaster. Donald Trump is also at the weakest point of his political career. His polling numbers have hit a new low. Just 31% of voters saying they have a favorable opinion of him in the latest Quinnipiac poll. That is his lowest rating since July 2015, just after he announced his first run for president. And remember who Donald Trump was at that time. He was a ludicrous, buffoonish, marginal figure, a con man who presided over this preposterous empire of sloppy licensing deals and business failure, great and small. I mean, who could forget this major announcement?
When it comes to great steaks, I've just raised the stakes. The Sharper Image is one of my favorite stores with fantastic products of all kinds. That's why I'm thrilled they agree with me. Trump steaks are the world's greatest steaks, and I mean that in every sense of the word. As a gift, Trump steaks are the best you can give. One bite and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And believe me, I understand steaks. It's my favorite food, and these are the best.
I had forgotten they were Sharper Image steaks, which is, oh. Now, the notion that that man, that guy, that dude would become president of the United States was ridiculous. But it happened. And these years later, 7 years later, 7 long, long years later, the tantalizing possibility is looming that our long national nightmare may be coming to a close, that the preposterous, bigoted, flim-flam man may return to his rightful place, nature healing, to return as the subject of mockery and ridicule. And so, expectations were low for the big announcement today, and when it came, well, watch for yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Go to collecttrumpcards.com right now. And remember, Christmas is coming. and this makes a great Christmas gift.
That's right. The major announcement is a licensing deal. It's actually perfect. It is the 2022 version of Trump Stakes, a $99 digital trading card when the only thing cratering harder than his approval ratings is the NFT crypto market. This is exactly what Donald Trump should be doing. It gives me almost like warm and fuzzies for the holidays. Yes, you found your level. This is right. All is right in the world. Donald Trump should be selling schlocky abstract products at absurd prices, slightly behind the curve of a massive wave of interest that's now collapsing for the holiday season, not commanding the most powerful nuclear arsenal in the world. But of course, this was a massive disappointment for all those MAGA believers still attached to the image of Donald Trump as the great savior of a hard-right authoritarian reaction. They want him to be the rippled, jacked superhero they have conjured in their, let's be honest here, very strange imaginations. They want him to be Batman. Maybe they thought Lindsey Graham could be Robin. It's all very sad.
They're called Trump digital trading cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible...
Okay, I got it. I can't watch it again. Make it stop.